Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilleys Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Going to do one cast today. It is Monday the 15th of June, I believe. I got the date wrong yesterday. I boated up here to Lookout, which is above me a ways, and I threw a little dry fly, a beetle, for about 30 minutes with no bites, no nothing. So I picked up this 3/32 ounce, the same jig been using for several days now. It's Sculpin and peach with a Sculpin head, 3/32 ounce, 4-pound line. Caught 2 fish in a row, and I thought, well, I better just go ahead and do one cast. They're running about 1.5 units. They've been running about a 1/2 unit all day, and then they kicked it up, and I don't think it's dropping out yet. I can't really tell. But the fish are kind of hungry today. Fishing's a lot better today than it was yesterday, by all reports. I'm not going to talk during the first cast. Really concentrate on trying to catch fish. Don't think it's going to happen. Nope. Oh well. They're probably going to be following this this pattern, this generation pattern, for quite a while. If you want to go get the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Little Rock app, it's got a lot of information on that app, including what they run here and all the lakes in the White River system, plus other rivers in the Little Rock district, Arkansas River. There's a bunch of them. And watch. It's I think it's under the White River Basin rivers. You can look and see what the river level is at Newport, Arkansas, on the White River. Right now it's about 22 feet, and it needs to get down to about 14 feet is what I've been told, before they start releasing all this water up here in these lakes. Well, I promise I was catching fish a minute ago. There's Steve Dickey. Until then, they're going to hold these lakes about where they're at, Beaver, Table Rock, and Bull Shoals in the North Fork. Got a slight chance of rain coming up, I think this weekend, Friday or Saturday. Can I believe I got a bite? 2 fish in a row. Turn the camera on and nothing. It's going to be a really good spawning year for all the lakes as far as bass and bluegill, crappie, and white bass. When those lakes are high like this, those small fry have a lot of places to hide from those bigger fish. When the water's up in the bushes, in the trees, they really are protected. So it's been proven by studies that anytime we have a high water year like this in the lakes, give it about 2 or 3 years and there's a bump, you got a really good crappie population. I think it's 3 or 4 years, you got really good white bass. They mature, and of course your bass, black bass, Kentuckies take quite a bit longer to mature. So although it might be a pain to navigate, I know a lot of the ramps are inaccessible. Over on Table Rock, all the parking lots, there's a fish, parking lots are underwater. Really kind of a pain, but just like when they run floodgates here, it's kind of a pain for people that don't like to get on the lake when the water's high and fast, but after a while, when we get the shad and everything else that come in from the floodgates, then fishing's awesome. So little tap. With the sun going down, I'm not really concentrating trying to get the jig on the bottom. Water up here is 8-10 feet deep. Because the fish, when that sun starts to go down, most of this is in the shade now. Those fish are not necessarily hugging the bottom. So I am working a little faster than I would if it was like in the middle of the day and the sun was out. There was a fish, I just missed him. I was going to try to get Blake to do one cast, but he had some commitments tonight, so he could not stay after work and come up and fish. And Dwayne was off today. A lot of fish were caught on orange powerbait today, drifting. And just using just a little split shot to get down the current, especially down where we're at. It's very, very slow during the day. So just enough weight to get on the bottom and I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Just not getting bit like I was when I started. And I really thought this would be an awesome evening. I say that a lot. I always think it's going to be great fishing. Get a little closer to the bank. Oh, just missed one. Not sure. Felt funny. He just barely touched it, I guess. I'm going to change colors. I've got a white tied on. I guess I could throw that for a minute. I've had people tell me they're catching them on white, but I have not had much luck with a white lately, so I have not been throwing it. Really slowing it down. Got him in the tongue. They're always harder to flip off the hook when they're in the tongue. If they're in that upper jaw, they come out pretty easy. Come on, here we go. There's absolutely nobody up here this evening. It's nice and dry. The air is dry, so there's no fog. That's sweet. Well, here comes somebody. I'm going to try black here in just a second. Yeah, maybe. It's like white's working a little better, but these are kind of small fish though. They're not stockers. They've been in the lake for a while. They're clear, good color, and fat. I have slowed down a lot, and this is an 1/8 ounce white. So I am getting down a little bit further, which is making a little difference, I guess. You never know if it's the color that they're hitting or the action. You know, I've changed color, but I changed my retrieve too, so. Still not real big, but they're fish. How are you hooked? Right in the top. All the lines around the jaw. Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. Now the line's all tangled in the marabou, or the marabou's tangled in the line. There we go. Maybe I'll catch a big brown. catch a bunch of little rainbows, and then catch a big brown. Although, for as much, and I don't know if the guys have been up here throwing jerk baits or not, but they're sure catching a lot of browns, you know, from Cooper Creek down. Not really catching them up here. Catching a few, but I don't know. Don't seem like they're up here right now. I don't think I'm going to make it down to the Narrows. Still got a long way to go. I think there's a tree right there. One more cast. Try to keep these videos at a decent clip. It does take me forever to download and edit and process all that stuff. So I gotta keep them around 20, 25 minutes. Especially fishing late in the evening like this. But it's the best time to fish. Did I say one more cast? Gosh, one more. Sure felt like it. Let's sink back down. They are starting to rise quite a bit. Well, sorry I didn't catch more. Thought I'd catch nicer fish, but it was okay. You might, I'd tell you, give us some suggestions what you want to see. You know, we go out and we do some of the things that we enjoy doing. Give us some suggestions and we'll see if we can work some things out. Even drift some power bait. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.